highlighted. We get a little late start here as we're switching over gears, but again, a lot of things coming into play. You're going to want to watch Brooklyn Felke, 6'3" program's all-time leading scorer, just set the most points in a game. South Dakota State commit, first D1 player from Bismarck legacy, along with Whitney Welk. Committed to go to Mayville State. On the other side, you got Sophie Hawkinson, NDSU commit, 1,000-point scorer. And we'll talk about, we have a Jamestown commit and Creighton commit, all on that Wayzata team. So, again, when you're looking for stars to align, these are constellations, as there's lots of girls out there.
Three-pointer, no good. Legacy in white. It is Wayzata in blue. Couple of opportunities inside, kick on the right side, head fake there. Looking to drive, but getting cut off that time was Watson. Now goes all the way to the far side. With it there is Falcon, one of the top players there. Long three, that's offline, out of bounds. Shot clock violation as well on the shot attempt there by Berman. It'll be Wayzata basketball.
Yeah, again, as Wayzata gets the ball, we'll talk about NDSU commit, and we mentioned that. Burns going to Jamestown, and Amelet going to Creighton. So lots of ladies extending their careers here for these two teams.
And it's stolen away, back the other way. Nice bounce pass there. Now another one, tough one that time, handled by Watson. Now they look inside, stolen away. Back up top. Left hand dribble now for Legacy. With it there, Berman. Back up top, now they look inside. Felkley, she'll take a jumper. It's good. Excuse me, Feckley hits it. We will get that right.
Feckley, just a nice post up in there, and a sweet little turnaround shot in that mid-range. And we highlighted that earlier. We've seen that a lot in these early games, that mid-range jumper, Jason, and it's been fun to see.
Day with it, tough pass, far side, gets pressure. Now a corner three on its way, and it goes for Allie Burns as she hits that one. Full court pressure. Getting it here near side, Welk. Now they go inside Feckley. Feckley gets pressured, spinned, and tied up. And the held ball there.
Burns with that three-pointer. The Jamestown commit comes out firing, and again, a lot of aggressive play here to start this one, as both teams didn't wait for much after the jump ball to get going.
Tough pass far side, but it's corralled there by Harvey. Lindsay Harvey, now they trap on her, and the held ball will be called. Doing a nice job, Samantha Watson timing it and getting her hand in there for the jump ball.
Full court pressure now applied here. Bismarck looking to get to the middle. Again, they've got open ladies underneath the basket.
Long jumper off the iron. No, Feckley is going to get called for the foul. She went through the defender. Nice job inside. Wayzata, Ellie Howard battling for the rebound, but Feckley gets called for the foul as Feckley gets called for her first.
Yeah, we saw in our last game, Jason, how foul trouble just changed the whole outlook to the game. Let's hope that isn't the case here tonight, as we want to see all these ladies play here.
Day drives, dishes there inside. Howard shot no good. Feckley there for the board. Up ahead now. Here's Welk. Drives, tries bounce pass, but it's punted there by Howard for a kick ball with 15-18 to go in the first half. 3-2, Wayzata leads Legacy of Bismarck. The Sabres looking for a baseline inbound. Off a screen. To the far side it goes. They're looking inside and out there as Falcon will come here to the near side. To the floor, now to the corner. A three-pointer is good. The high arcing three is good for Marley Falcon. Here's Day with it. Day getting pressure, goes left hand. Now with the feed there for Burns. And now a deep three-pointer by Howard, no good. Rebound and a contest, and it's quickly corralled by Watson. Watson now gets to Falcon. Falcon with it. She'll take a step back three, and it's good. Marley Falcon, another three-pointer, and Bismarck Legacy's off and running early, leading 8-3. Pressure here near sideline. It's a trap. And a timeout called by Wayzata. Julie Stewart calls a timeout. We'll take a break. Welcome back to Moorhead. Thank you for tuning in to NSPN.TV's coverage of the Red River Showcase here from Moorhead. The top schools in Minnesota taking on the top schools in North Dakota. And it's been a fun showcase here today, Lance.
Yeah, and it is. And Bismarck Legacy, Jason comes in 14-3 overall record, 11-3 in the West region. And again, you talk about Wayzata, 18-4 overall, 3-0 in their section. QRF ranking number 2 in Class 4A in Minnesota. So yeah, this one is loaded and ready to go, and hasn't disappointed so far.
Now inside it goes. Now back outside. Three-pointer by Day is no good. Rebound grabbed by the Sabres. They come back. Nice behind the back dribbled by Berman. She hands it off. The Sabres cross half court. Now with it there, Watson, the three again. Falcon was feeling it. Watson gets the board. Trying to feed it to Feckley down low. It's off her foot. And here comes Wayzata with it. Here's Tessa Frank. Pass up ahead. Left hand swatted away. And catching it while she was out of bounds is Allie Burns. And it'll be Bismarck Legacy basketball.
Boy, the pace of this game, Jason, if they keep this up for the whole game is really something. And with this press, it's going to lead to a lot of up and down the court.
Day with the steal, short on the jumper, though. Rebound saved near side. Now with it, there's Mallory Macbeth, hands it off. Now it goes to Tessa Frank. Inside, they're looking. Wayzata's shot blocked inside with Burns working. Her shot gets blocked and out of bounds, 10 on the shot clock. 13-11 to go here in our opening half. Now Day swings it over near side, goes baseline inside the lane. Short jumper is good. Getting that one to go, Allie Burns. She's got all 5 points for Wayzata. Sabres attacking downhill now. Watson looking inside. Feckley. Misses the shot. And back the other way is Burns. Three-pointer from the corner. That one's too strong. On the shot attempt there by Macbeth. Sabres back the other way. Looking inside. Pass too strong. And a steal. And the bucket is good, and a foul. And a three-point play opportunity.
Man, so frustrating. If for Wayzata, they do everything right, cause the turnover, and then all of a sudden you give it back, and a bad bounce for them ends up to be a great bounce for Bismarck Legacy, right into the hands of your best player. And not only does she get the easy two, she gets to go to the free throw line.
Sabres hoping to extend the lead. They do just that. It's now 11-5. Bismarck Century in the lead, putting pressure. And now a turnover. Watson now back up top. Falcon with it. Hands it off now, driving as Lucas. A corner three there, misses everything. Rebound to the floor. Tied up, goes out of bounds.
Back-to-back kind of unfortunate breaks there as, again, you get the rebound, it gets knocked out of your hands, goes off your foot. And so 1-4 low set here. Look for a pick coming across the lane.
Falcon takes it, no good. Rebound tap, grab, saved. And batted around. And it goes out of bounds.
Wow, that would have been a nice play on that touch pass if that would have connected. A great court vision
Lindsay Harvey now. Ball up ahead. Now Day with it. Lauren Day. Gets the pass near side. Looking inside. It's not there. Now as Bismarck with the trapping zone. Shot too strong. Now a nice athletic play there by Wayzata's Sophie Hawkinson. And saves that ball for Wayzata off a foot of Bismarck Legacy. As Brooklyn Sailor was unable to corral that one off her foot. Now Day will take a corner three-pointer. It's off the iron, no good, and another offensive board, but it's thrown away in the backcourt for a turnover at the scorer's table. Falcon will inbound, getting the ball off the inbound is Ava Lucas. Lucas to Falcon. There's a screen for her. Now the roll, not there. Now Sailor with it. And it's stolen away. Nice steal there by Good Nature. Bounce pass up ahead, left hand good for the layup there. Annika Kieser. Good-natured pass from Good Nature on that one for the assist as we go right side. Inside it goes. Shot no good. Battling for the putback and earning a trip to the line will be Sadie Holler. Or they're saying it's on the floor. That's on Kieser. Holler is fighting to try to get that shot, but now she's fighting inside and loses the basketball. A brisk breeze has come through the Moorhead High School up top here. It's now working with the basketball, Wayzata. Looking to drive, Day. It's cut off. Comes back up top, left-hand dribble now with the there for Harvey. Into the lane, kick back out. Day with it. Into Harvey. Harvey works her way through and puts it in for two.
One of the things that I'm enjoying so far in this game is it doesn't stay in one person's hands very long for either one of these teams. They are very much reverse the basketball, cut, move, set a screen, do something to help your teammate get. And I've always felt that way with basketball. Holding onto the basketball, only bad things happen, and it's usually a turnover. So again, a good job by both of these teams getting in motion, getting moving, and extending the floor.
And a timeout called by Bismarck Century. We'll take a break. 10:07 to go here in the first half. 10:07 to go in our first half. Bismarck Legacy leads 11-9. Brooklyn Beckley leading the way with 5 points. Marley Falcon has 6. That's your scoring for Bismarck Legacy. Allie Burns with 5. Lindsay Harvey and Annika Kieser with 2 for Wayzata. Ball stolen away. And Wayzata has it coming back. Howard to the corner. Comes back to Day. Now Howard's going to fire the three-pointer. It's no good. And the rebound grab by Wayzata, and the three-pointer. That time is good. Annika Kieser. It's the three. And Wayzata leads by a point. Inside they go, Feckley with it. Backs down. Goes up strong for 2. As Feckley gets the bucket. That's 13-12. Lead change places once again. Day with it. Good pressure by Welk. Now Howard back to Day. Day tries a knife through the zone. Gets it to Howard, who fires the 3 and hits the 3. Ellie Howard with a three-pointer for Wayzata. And it's 15-13.
Bismarck Legacy's got to find a way to better defeat this pressure, full court pressure. Jason, for one, it's taking them a long time to cross half court. It gives them not much chance to establish or get into their offense. So look for them to design some ways to attack this a little bit better. And I think once you get across half court, you have to attack and try to get it inside. Feckley's been really good when you give her a chance. So drive downhill and then dish it off to her.
Welk with it, getting pressured by Good Nature. Welk goes right side. Good Nature almost gets a steal. Now continues to apply the pressure and now gets some help in the form of Falcon, who's hit 2 threes to start. Tries to drive, works through, now tries to kick it back on. It's stolen away, coming away with it. Lindsay Harvey.
Boy, Wayzata's defense has turned up a notch here in the last 2-3 minutes, Jason.
Howard inside gets swatted, and Howard will go to the line as Feckley picks up the foul. That's her second. So Howard at the line, after hitting the three, works inside. Now has a chance to add to the Wayzata lead at the free throw line and gets the first freebie to go.
Long 8 minutes and 22 seconds here. Feckley with her second. It'll be interesting to see what the coaching staff does as the second free throw goes. I'm guessing it'll have to be relevant to what happens on the scoreboard. If they can stay within shooting distance, she'll probably sit. If not, you'll have to go back to her.
Nice block there by Burns, but getting it free and another swat. That was Day this time. It's interesting. That's been kind of a discussion amongst coaches. Is 2 fouls in the first half an instant seat, an instant saddle, or do you rely on trusting your players to avoid picking up that third foul? But with 8:07 to go, you give a little bit of a break no matter what there, I think.
Well, and I think right now you judge how the game's going. The very physical game right now, easy to pick up, and not a cheap foul, but sometimes a cheap foul. That's all the things I would be thinking about right now if I was on the coaching staff.
Tough shot there by Welk in the lane. And Wayzata gets the rebound in the loose change now with it as Harvey. She crosses half court and she double dribbles.
Again, to carry on that conversation, Jason, if you can keep it within 4, 5, 6, 7, wherever you think your breaking point is as a coaching staff, I would hold off, because then you've got free reign in the second half. That's just my personal opinion, especially the way this game's being played right now. It'd be easy in the post to pick one up, and then you're kind of hamstrung for the second half.
You kind of touched on a little bit of a point. If it's a guard or a post, also I think plays a big role in that discussion. If you like to keep the player on the floor too here in the first half.
Agreed.
Pull-up jumper, Welk off the iron. Rebound through the legs to the floor. Welk diving in there. That time was Berman, but it comes away to Wayzata, and a left-hand layup there for Allie Burns for 2. Burns now has 7. Wayzata's starting to seize a little more control of this one with the defensive pressure as it's 19-13. Inside. Haller with the shot. She's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's a big possession for Bismarck Legacy right now, Jason, just to kind of calm this down a little bit. The defensive intensity got the crowd involved and the bench involved for Wayzata, and it started to spiral a little bit for Bismarck Legacy. Somehow now you got to pick up some points, kind of slow this roll for them just a little bit, because they're tightening the reins right now on what Bismarck Legacy is able to do on the offensive end.
Second free throw for Sadie Haller is good. 19-14 is your score. 6:53 to go. As Dave brings it up. Now a three-pointer is good. Nothing but nylon from the corner. Mallory Macbeth. Wayzata now continuing the defensive pressure. Falcon. She's already hit 2, but can't get the third one to go. Thought about the 3, but they pass it up. That time did Keyser. Goes inside. Nice block inside. And it's tapped around. That was Haller holding up in the paint to get the block. And Legacy has the basketball. Driving downhill, now kicking outside on 2 on its way. No. Rebound. A nice rebound there by Ava Lucas. She was looking for Watson for the second time, as Watson's baseline jumper was no good. And now they're Feckley in. Howler will stay, so we might see big to big action down low with the two posts and the height.
Well, now I'm curious if Wayzata changes what they're going to do here. Do you go at Feckley in the post? Do you try to get some post entrance in there? Trying to draw that third foul on her. Things are going pretty well the way you're playing. It's hard to change things up like that.
Feckley inside, works into the glass strong, gets the bucket and will earn a trip to the free throw line. Nice work inside by Feckley. He's got 9.
What a way to reward your coach for putting you back in with 2 fouls is you draw the contact, make the bucket and a chance and complete the three-point play.
That's 22-17. Back Day the other way. Fights through, no good. Put back, no. Now it's a foul inside. And it's on Haller. That's her first, just the team's third.
And you're going to see everybody from Bismarck Legacy collectively hold their breath every time a foul's called down underneath.
Burns hits the first free throw. That one's good as well as Burns connects for both. Up ahead. Now they go down low to Feckley. It's all tapped out of bounds. Nice defense there coming back. Macbeth.
Interesting here now, pressure coming the other way. I think Bismarck Legacy does a nice job there defending. When they're trying to press break, I think you either got to go sideline and try to go faster than what you're going, or try to work around and get Wayzata out of position and get to the middle of the floor and then be able to break them down on a fast break. Neither one has been real successful just because of the athleticism of Wayzata right now.
Last ball goes near side. Going downhill, Harvey kicks out a 3 is good. Nash hits the 3 for Wayzata, and they put the pressure on. And we have a Bismarck Legacy timeout. They trail by 10 with 5:14 to go. We'll take a break. Welcome back here to Moorhead. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock. Brooklyn Feckley leading the way for Bismarck Legacy. She has 10 points, but they trail 27-17. And Allie Burns on the other side doing some work for Wayzata, as she has 9 for the Trojans as they lead 27-17.
And usually we like to talk about the offense and who the leading scorers are. I'm giving all the credit right now to Wayzata's defense. It starts with their full court defense. It ends with their half court defense. They're very aggressive with that style of play. And they just flat out get after you, and you have to be strong with the basketball. It has caused Bismarck some problems, and look to see if that timeout, if they drew up a couple different ways to maybe get through that pressure defense.
Looking inside for Feckley, it's not there. Now they go outside. Lucas spins in the lane. They trap and converge on her. She spins free now to Saylor. Saylor to the right side. Falcon, she'll fire and miss offline, but Feckley gets the bounce and uses the glass for 2 more.
I think we're getting to that point of the score, Jason, that Feckley should touch the ball every possession for them. Whether she gets doubled and she finds the open lady to shoot, or she can go one-on-one and get to the glass. But you've got to find a way. And if she sets a screen for you, you better use it.
3-pointer out the back iron from Day. Tapped out. Rebound grabbed by Harvey. Nash straight on. Draws the contact, but the 3 doesn't fall. Up top, Saylor for Legacy. Gets the screen from Feckley. She'll fire a 3. That's offline. A rebound to Harvey. Up ahead, now they go inside. Burns working. Nice dish. Finish there at the hoop for Harvey.
And there's where foul trouble affects you. Feckley didn't even really try to come over and defend that, knowing that that's a bad spot and an easy one to draw that foul. I'm wondering if you don't try a couple offensive sets here, Jason, and then let her rest until after the half here.
Day gets called for the foul for Wayzata. It's 29-19. Welcome Berman back in for Bismarck Legacy. Now with it, Welk in the backcourt. 3.5 to go. Look down low, Feckley. Spins to the hoop. Shot ends up being short as Allie Burns contested. Day with it. Now with the pass there for Macbeth. Back to Day. Back to Mallory Macbeth. She'll fire a three. That one's short. There's contact and a foul. Foul beyond Welk, and Macbeth will shoot three.
Well, you can see why Wayzata is one of the top couple teams in the state of Minnesota, Jason. They're just so good defensively, and then it turns into really good offense because they find themselves getting good shots.
Beth now 2 of 2. She's got the third to come. She has 5. And she goes 3 of 3. Makes them pay for the foul. That makes it 32-19. Pressure again. Lance touched on it. You've touched on quite a bit. This pressure defense from Wayzata, they are able to break it this time, but they still do a good job even when they fall into the half court.
Well, they just overplay everything and make it so hard to get to the basket. Nice job there is taking the baseline drive, and that's what you got to do. Don't hesitate. Go up strong, and hopefully you can draw contact.
Falcon will go to the line. Harvey picks up the foul. Falcon's free throw is good. She's got 7. Foul was on Harvey. That's her second. And Falcon goes 2 of 2. As she soars at the free throw line to make it 32-21. Day with it. Look it inside. Found a fine Burns up top. Burns hands it off to Day. Now it comes back near side. Good nature along 2. It's off the iron. Day had the rebound for a moment, but it's stolen away. Able to corral on the far side is Watson. Now Falcon. Falcon will take a three-pointer and hit the 3. Falcon with 11. And Legacy hanging around has cut it to 8. And that's swatted out of bounds. Looking for a foul and thinking she should have been fouled was Lindsay Harvey. As that ball is swatted out of her hands and out of bounds.
Sabres go into a little bit of trapping defense, a little pressure in the backcourt. Then when you step over the front court line, they're trying to get that early trap on and really make it difficult to get into their offense.
Dessa Frank with the basketball, checks in now. Day. And her shot's blocked. To the floor it goes, and it's grabbed by Beckley, but she throws it out of bounds on the near side.
Again, you wonder if a timeout situation would have been warranted there just to try to save a possession. Tough to think about that when you're in the heat of battle.
Day driving baseline, reverse layup is good for her first points all the day for Martin Day. The only question on that, though, Lance, you're already down to 3 timeouts. Do you really want to? I know you need to save value possessions as it's a 10-point game, but having 2 in the second half is driving back the other way. Legacy will keep the basketball.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of debates here about 2 fouls in the first half. There's another debate. You might not be saving those timeouts for anything if it gets too far apart. So again, it's up to the discretion, and again, that's tough for a kid to try to figure out when they're in the heat of battle and they're laying on the floor. I should call a timeout there.
Haller gets fouled. We'll be shooting a pair. Foul is on Ellie Burns, her first. That's good. That's why we're up here. We can make those decisions up here for the Scotians.
Well, it's a lot easier up here than when I used to be down there, that's for sure. This is, you could be really smart with the headset on and nobody second guesses you.
Haller will shoot a second free throw. And that one's no good as well. Rebound Day inside, but she traveled. I was going to say, Lance, there's probably still a lot of second guessing of us up here, but with
agreed.
1:21 to go.
We'll just pretend that's what good broadcasting's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to create conversation.
Baseline inbounds contested. Welk, a three-pointer off the iron. Day battles the rebound right in the hands of Haller, and she puts it up and in for 2 for Legacy and cuts it to 34-26. Day, nice bounce pass. Frank through the lane. She draws a foul, and Frank will shoot a pair. 1:05 to go here in the first half.
Sabres have done a good job kind of weathering the storm here, so to speak. Jason, they got down by 8. They've kind of held it there. Again, I don't think you want to get too deep in here in the last minute and 5 seconds going into halftime, so that you dig that hole so deep that you got to do things that you're not as good at coming into the second half.
Frank goes 2 of 2. The Trojans go really deep on their bench, and now they cause a turnover. Three-pointer on its way. That's off the iron on the shot attempt there. That time by Ava Doherty.
And it doesn't seem to matter who they bring into the game, Jason. They defend, and they do a really good job of defending and putting you in bad position and bad spots. There's another turnover.
Wayzata will make a substitution. Ellie Howard comes in. Lucas for Legacy as Howard comes in for Wayzata. Day with it. Now Good Nature. They swing around back to Day. Howard. The baseline 3 is good. Ellie Howard hits the three-pointer, has 8. And now a turnover. Fighting through and off the glass for 2 is Keyser. And a late run has stretched this to 15 and under a minute to go in this first half. Shot no good. Rebound to Haller. Working into the lane. Tough left-hand shot by Lucas. Haller lets it go out of bounds. Couldn't corral it. And it's Wayzata basketball with 6 seconds to go and a chance to extend even more. Day with it. Cross half court. She's made up her mind and finishes it at the hoop. Lauren Day goes the distance for the bucket. And it's 43-26 at the half. And what a run for the Trojans to close out this first half.
Right, and it definitely was defense starting up your offense and got them kick-started. Again, if you're Bismarck Legacy, you're going into halftime probably pretty frustrated because the number one rule you teach, even at the young level, is stop the ball, and they didn't and gave up that last 2. I think you can live with making a team battle, and they make a tough shot, not giving them that easy 2 to end that half.
We'll take a break. Halftime here from Moorhead. Wayzata leads 43-26.
up that intensity in the second half. Sometimes we've seen, Jason, when you gain a lead, it's hard to keep that same motivation to do what you were doing. I'm guessing that's not going to be an issue for Wayzata. So look for some adjustments from Bismarck Legacy this second half.
And the Minnesota-North Dakota battle right now, Minnesota holds a 4-2 edge. Wayzata hoping to continue that, leading 43-26 their basketball as we start the second half. Here's Day with it, hands it out to Howard. In his one. Several scores in that scorebook for Wayzata, all in single digits as Day drives and finishes for two. She's got 6 now.
Yeah, Day is a nice player, and a lot of what she's doing is setting this tone on defense. She's a 6-foot guard, plays the top of that zone and makes it really hard to pass over. She's very active on the defensive end and now adding the offense to go with it.
Wayzata with 8 players in the scorebook in that first half as now they go near side, cross court, tough pass to the corner for Welk. Welk tries, gets bumped out of bounds and turns it over.
Again, it's an active defense, and somehow you've got to figure out you got to stay strong, and I think you got to attack the middle of the floor. Otherwise, you're too vulnerable to get trapped.
Day now, cross half court. That's why Zeta looks down low. Now a nice feed. Day cutting. She's fouled. She'll draw the foul on Falcon. And Day will go to the line. Falcons first. Nice job, Burns, reading that cut as Day misses a free throw. Second free throw was good. 20 points. Wayzata lead. They put trapping pressure now, but they break it. Welk loses the basketball out of bounds. I think it's something that Bismarck Century really hasn't seen is this pressure defense from Wayzata. Not much room for the Sabres to move with the basketball at all today.
Well, they are really good at it, and they've got great height and great length, and it starts at the top with Maren Day. I just had to take a look. She's a sophomore, Jason, so this is going to be a catalyst for the Wayzata defense for years to come here. She's a really heady player for a sophomore.
Well, now goes right side, jump stop, now throws up a shot, gets it to roll. No, she doesn't. And it's now back the other way. It's Keyser with it, and she lays it up and in. Keyser with 9 now. And a travel and a turnover right back.
And again, I know we've talked a lot about Maren Day under there, but that's what she's created right now is Bismarck Legacy's trying to play faster, just trying to get rid of that basketball so they don't get trapped by her coming from that top spot.
Now back to Day. Kicked out to Howard. The 3. It's good. Ellie Howard with 11. Hits the 3-pointer, and it's 51-26 and more pressure. As Wayzata continues to pour it on, and now Welk with it for Legacy. Looks inside. Beckley is good for 2. She has 14 now. Gets the bucket to go. Leads to a timeout. 15:34 to go, second half. Wayzata leads 51-28. We'll take a quick timeout on NSPN.TV, the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Again, they played quality competition, and they just keep on battling. And if you're Legacy, we've talked about this in games past. You're not gonna score 10 points a bucket, so you got to win a couple minutes at a time here and start doing things and take care of the ball. And I think that means you got to get the ball to Feckley every time.
Now up top, goes all the way around the near side. Burns with it in the lane and is fouled. Beckley battled foul trouble 2 in the first half. Did a nice job to avoid picking up that 3rd in the first half. as Lucas picks up her first there for the Sabres.
Well, it might be a little bit why they're in zone 2 is to protect her just a little bit. You funnel things in, but you're not picking up that cheap foul. As I say that, right in to where they go, and probably could have been number 3, as Day does a nice job just slashing through the middle of the lane.
51-28 the score, 15:04 to go in our second half. Day inbound. Howard with it. Now Burns into the lane, drops it off. Comes back to Day. Now Burns looks it over. Day thinks about it. They go inside, kick out near side, the extra pass. Howard the 3 from the corner. She loves that spot as she hits again from that spot. Her 4th three-pointer of the game and almost a turnover.
Yeah, if you're Bismarck Legacy, you got to stop waiting for them to trap you, Jason. They get to that corner. There we go. That's better. Now get up the floor. They should have looked opposite side, get that ball delivered, and get into your offense. Again, it seems like they're holding onto the ball a little bit too long, and that's causing all kinds of problems.
Watson tried to go inside. Day steps into the lane. Now she looks for help. Gets it in Harvey. Now it's back to her. Almost stolen away. And it is eventually stolen away. Lucas gets the steal. Lucas, left hand into the lane. Up with the tough shot. Gets it to go for her first points. It's 54-30. Day with it. To Harvey. Look for Howard in the corner. There she is. She's open, and that 3 is off the iron as Feckley gets the rebound. Back to Feckley. She runs the floor. Pull-up jumper for her's good. Feckley with 16. Only 4 players have recorded points for Legacy as Day adds to her scoring total with a drive and finish. Feckley goes to the floor, and it's just ripped away. Day with it. Off the glass is good, and she's fouled. And on the chance for a 3-point play. That's on Berman. Abby Berman, her second. Stays free throws good. 59-32. Wayzata stretching the lead here in the second half. Deep squad. Go really into the bench. Have done a nice job. Good nature off the bench here. For Wayzata, they spread out their scoring, they spread out their defense, and just do a good job putting the pressure on.
Well, and as hard as they play, I think you have to play this many ladies just to give a little bit of breather here and there to go with that intensity.
Feckley, nice work inside. Has 18. Howard to the corner.
She's a good player, Feckley, and a hard matchup for any team. But again, not the supporting staff hasn't quite helped her out the way I would imagine Bismarck Legacy fans would be hoping for at this point.
Feckley will get a breather as Seiler will come in. 3-point attempt by Kieser was no good, but the rebound went out of bounds. Stays with Wayzata. Good nature. Left hand. Picks up her dribble. Now it swings around to Harvey up top. Now looking in the corner for a second there. Now knifing through. As Burns, now she gets it back, and she will fire before the shot clock expires and hits.
And you could just see that coming. They were so poised under with the clock, and here almost another turnover.
Falcon to respond, and she dunks. She is 14.
Yeah, if she gets any daylight, she's a really good shooter. And again,
Burns was looking to go, and it goes off the leg.
And everybody kind of stopped because I think everybody thought the same thing except for the official. And so, again, it'll stay Wayzata ball here.
Keys are with it. Now Harvey's going to launch and hit. Lindsay Harvey makes it 65-37. Lucas up ahead. Holler with back outside. Falcon the look off the front iron. And the rebound grabbed by Wayzata. And bringing it up court is Burns. Or excuse me, now that was Nash. Nash gets it back. Now there's Burns. Bounce pass inside, cutting to the hoop, and finishing at the hoop is Lindsay Harvey. And it's a 30-point. Wayzata leads. Sailor with it. Falcon. And hits the straight-on three. Does Falcon, and it leads to a timeout. 67-40 is the score in favor of Wayzata on Bismarck Century here as the second half rolls along here in Moorhead. Some good action earlier today. It started this morning, to believe, at 10 a.m. Hankinson defeated Henning 91-87 boys basketball. Then it was Fergus Falls over Fargo Davies 82-65. Then St. Michael Albertville knocked off Fargo Davies girls basketball 66-57. And now Wayzata leading Bismarck Century. And we still have 3 more to go. West Fargo Hornets taking on Minnetonka in girls basketball action. And then there'll be a pair of Moorhead Spuds games. The girls taking on Bismarck Century at 6, and the boys taking on Bismarck Century at 7:30. Also, if you're looking for the Spuds game on NSPN.TV, hockey, they're taking on, I believe it's Hill Murray today, and a game between the top 2 teams in the state. And that's being streamed on NSPN.TV. If you're looking for that, there was a slight delay due to a Zamboni malfunction in Hill Murray at Eldridge Arena, but that should be underway now, and that should be a fun one there between Moorhead and Hill Murray. As hockey playoffs start next week.
Busy time of year for athletic directors and teams and bus drivers and the like, as people traveling, tournaments starting, and we're just about to turn the page to March Madness.
About 2 weeks, NSPN.TV state coverage of wrestling will kick off from the Xcel Energy Center. They've had some dance as well as ski coverage going on, as now Wayzata attacking. A corner 3 on its way. That's off the side of the iron, and Holler the rebound and outlet to Lucas. Now Falcon, the 3 coming back, and she hits that one. Gives her 20. She's lethal from beyond the arc.
Man, she can get those feet set. She just spots up and shoots that thing and doesn't think about it. And it's tough to defend her because she's got some height. And again, nice player for Bismarck Legacy.
She's hit 6 3-pointers in this game for Legacy. As Feckley comes back in at 67-43. Trojans answer with Burns checking back in, and Allie Burns. Lucas brings it up court. Now inside Feckley to the glass for 2.
Well, it doesn't take her long to come back into the game and make her presence felt, and a really nice player. Again, South Dakota State getting a good one there, as you can see her post presence changes the game.
Foul ball as it's tied up. It'll stay with Bismarck Century with 10:07 to go. Here in the second half, Sabres trying to make a run on Wayzata. It's been a 2-person show for the most part in the scoring column in the second half. There's one of them, Feckley. The other one now, it's Lucas Falcon in the post. Now Sailor gets it. Gets it to Feckley. Turnaround jumper, good. As Feckley adds to her point total. Makes it a 20-point game. She's got 22. Inside, Dave knifes through with the layup. Lucas to Feckley. Makes the handoff. Goes in the lane. Nice move. And finish there by Feckley. Good footwork. there to keep the pivot and get it up and in for two.
Yeah, super nice player underneath the basket, Jason, and she uses the space wisely. And like you said, that footwork was about spot on, as good as you can do it.
To the floor, the battle. It comes free. They still battle, and eventually to Falcon. Falcon for the Sabres. Hands it off Lucas. Lucas downhill, shot blocked. Right backhander by Burns. And out of bounds, and Burns helps her up with 8:42 to go. And again, a couple of substitutions for Wayzata. Seems to be the common theme as they go deep in the bench.
Again, I'd like to see Legacy with a set here with Feckley and Falcon on the same side. Dish it off for the three if you get doubled down. But that's been their lethal combination here tonight. Like to see them on the same side of the floor one time.
Nice ball movement with the shot, no good. Rebound grab by Harvey. Goes to the far side, out of bounds. It'll be Bismarck Century basketball. Nice play there. Gracie Watson there on the far side. Oh, and actually a foul. I thought it was just on an out of bounds call. But no, it was a foul on Burns. And now a timeout called by Wayzata. 8:22 to go. It's 69-49. We'll take a break. As we come out of the timeouts, the Sabres with the basketball for Bismarck Legacy. Cut it to 20. They're trying to continue to work into that lead. Feckley with it. Rex gets the screen, goes in the lane now to the corner. Back in, well, gets it to Feckley. Feckley looking to go to work. Spins through. Contact there, and the bucket is good. But now this is where you really get to get back in this game. You have to get the stops. If you're Bismarck Century.
Yeah, and the way Wayzata's played, I'm surprised it's actually 18 points, Jason. They have just done about everything right. Now you've noticed Bismarck Legacy turning up their defensive intensity here, but just seems like there's always been an answer, and Day has been one of those answers all day.
And we have an injury and a quick stoppage. Day's basket is good. As they tend to the injured Sabre player, driving is Lucas to the hoop. She's fouled and will go to the line. The reaction, some it was a cut of some sort that.
Yeah, it looked like it must have been like an elbow to the eye or something like that. I don't want to speculate, but they quick got a whole bunch of paper towels, which generally leads, and you know, when you're coming down in one of those plays, you can see how that can happen. Bismarck Legacy, I like now they're starting to find a rhythm here, and again, it's built around a couple ladies, but now the rest of the pieces now are starting to take it to the basket. They're so much more effective right now than they were in that first half.
On the perimeter, a three-point shot is good. Keyser hits that one. And it's 74-52. Lucas now. As Feckley sets a couple of screens, but Lucas travels.
There's just so many weapons for Wayzata, Jason. If you look at, I'm looking at the scoreboard, and they're 1 point away from all five ladies on the floor being in double digits. I mean, and they're playing a really good team. So you know that this is an everyday occurrence for them.
Shot blocked by Felkley. Draws another block, but she's fouled is Keyser, and Keyser will go to the line as Feckley gets called for the foul, her third. Free throw by Kieser is good. As Berman's in. Second free throw for Kieser is no good. Up ahead, Welk now. Welk goes off the screen to the left side, now goes right, hands it off there for Falcon. Falcon cross court. Watson, a jumper, no. Rebound tapped out of bounds by Day. It'll stay with Bismarck Century as Samantha Watson couldn't get the shot to go. 75-52. Wayzata leading with 6:23 to go.
Again, nice cut there on the inbounds play by Legacy, and the three-pointers are going up. I still think you should go inside every time. Then if the pass comes back out, your feet are set, you're ready to go. Look for them to try to do that here the half. And
that cutting action of Day to the hoop for Wayzata has been outstanding. She gets another one to go.
She's got a knack of getting to the basket. It's almost uncanny, Jason, that she just finds her way. She moves without the basketball so well. For a sophomore, it's going to be fun to watch her progress through her time here at Wayzata.
She's got 18. Had 4 to start this half. It's Howard with it now on the near side. With it, Burns looks inside. Now another cutter and a finish that time for Kieser. 79-52. Wayzata showing why they're one of the top teams in the state of Minnesota. With 5.5, about 10 running in our second half. Falcon with it. They're not giving her space. Well, now they drop off her. And she launches a 3, and it's no good. But stepping out of bounds on the rebound attempt was Samantha Watson.
I think she was almost surprised to be that wide open as they really were on her, and then all of a sudden the seas parted, and it was almost an afterthought of going for the shot.
Kieser with now to Howard. That pass stolen away. Well, but Kieser gets it back. Kieser inside. Kick back out to Howard. Now drops it back outside. The extra pass. Day is going to extend the floor and hit a 3. Martin Day makes it 82-52, and it's to 30 now. And a foul on Howard. They will exit as Good Nature will come in. Day with 21 points. 17 of them in the second half, Lance.
Yeah, and kind of looking at the program here a little closer. 6'1" sophomore, plays point guard, leads the top of the zone pressure defense. Pretty impressive, and boy, you got to smile if you're the Wayzata coaching staff thinking we can run this defense with Marin Day at the top for the next 3 years.
And now Good Nature gets the steal left of that one. Kieser up top, Howard. Pass down to the baseline there. Come back near side. To the floor, and it's tied up, and the timeout called by Wayzata. We'll take a break. 4:02 to go. It's 82-52. Wayzata in control. In this one. Harvey with the baseline inbound with 4:02 to go. They lead 82-52. Back up top now. Macbeth with it. Keitzer, the pass down low, and it's stolen away off a foot. And now a foul. It's on Keitzer. Actually, they call it on Keyser. 3:51 to go. Welk with the basketball to Sailor. Holler now to Welk on the perimeter. She will drive and get fouled. And we'll run a trip to the free throw line. It's on Tessa Frank. Puts Welk to the line with 3:36 to go. First free throw good. Good to see coming out of the locker room, Gracie Watson for Bismarck Legacy. She returns to the bench. And that one rolls around for Welk.
Agreed, Jason. And it was kind of the reaction of the scores table and the crowd that we weren't sure what was happening. We knew she was everything she was walking and everything like that. But one of those scary moments when you see the reaction of the crowd.
Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound grabbed and outlet it up ahead to Welk. Welk, the layup, no good. Rebound grabbed by the Trojans. Here's Frank with it now in the backcourt with 3 minutes to go. It might have been the audible oof that came from the scorer's table through the mic on that too. I kind of stunned everyone a little bit.
Yeah, I think it took everybody for sure. Another three-pointer.
As Nash hits that one. As it's 85-54, 2:45 to go. Well, Minnesota's going to gain another edge and another win and improve to 5-2 so far over North Dakota in this event. Well, tough shot. And a foul there, good nature. Foul that time puts Holler to the floor, and she bounces back up, and it'll be a baseline inbound. But the theme of the day for these Minnesota teams has been pressure defense all the way through.
Exactly, and they just make every shot, even like that one, just so contested. And every spot you're at on the floor, you are guarded, and it's just how do you react to that?
Good nature in the lane. Left hand pass is stolen back by Century. And trying to get it to Holler inside, it's slapped out by Keitzer with 1:57 to go. Inbound on the baseline, thrown away. 1:57 to go in this one. Wayzata looking to close this one out. Pick up another victory. And add on to their already impressive season that they've put together so far. Playoffs around the corner for girls basketball in Minnesota. Drive in the lane, off balance shot, not able to get that to fall was Nash. Up ahead for Welk. Welk gets the bucket. Frank with it. Pass tapped out of bounds. They will stay with the Trojans as Fleckenstein comes in for Bismarck Century. Pass near side now. Shot off the front iron. Holler the rebound up ahead. Lucas with it. Lucas spins, kicks. Fleckenstein, the three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Wayzata. They'll come back the other way with a minute to go. Good nature left open. She lays it up and in.
Great vision there. That pass cross court like that, thrown on a dime. That was fun to see even at the end of the game here.
Officials call timeout. Actually, the coach does force substitutions with 51.9 seconds to go.
again, like you said, Jason Wayzata going to pick up at least their 19th win as far as we've done research. And again, they look really good. And I would guess you're going to hear their name as we head towards that state tournament time.
They've been outstanding. Their depth, their balance, the way they just attack defensively was a sight to behold today. And Bismarck Century just didn't really have much of an answer. They had a couple of good scores that put up some points, but just unable to keep pace with the Trojans in this one.
I agree with you, and I think the one key that you said there is the depth. I think they played 11 players or more throughout the game, and it allows you to play that style of play that you want to play. You just go after it defensively because you give everything you have because you know you have a break coming. Another basket by Wayzata.
That was Keitzer. Gets set to go, and the final score is 89-56. Wayzata picks up the victory over Bismarck Legacy. An 89-56 victory for Wayzata as they will enjoy the bus ride home a little bit more now with the victory. West Fargo Horace Minnetonka coming up next on NSPN.TV. For Lance Rock, I'm Jason Groth. We'll see you.